John Meyer. Is John out there, or is it Meyer? Do you know how to unmute? I think I see you. Here, I can ask to unmute. Let's see if that works.
There we go.
Hi, John. So is it Meyer?
Meyer.
Meyer,
I get that all the time. I'm not the singer. So.
You'll save the music stuff to Sarah.
Yeah.
So, John, where are you calling in from?
I'm in a little hamlet called Glen Huron, Ontario, Canada.
Ontario, Canada. And who shared the ER shred with you?
My friend Dawn Baverstock.
Wonderful. So how long have you been on your ER shred? What is your passion? Sorry, I forgot that question.
I don't have one main one. I guess my biggest thing is mountain biking.
Nice.
And so I used to race 24-hour adrenaline races with a bunch of guys and girls, co-ed teams. It's funny though, when I moved from the city about 13 years ago, I'm in a ski town, Blue Mountain. I don't know if you ever heard of Blue Mountain in Collingwood, but it's a ski town. And ever since I moved here, I stopped doing all those things. I used to teach skiing for 15 years. I taught mountain biking. COVID hit and I just didn't want to leave the house. I'm a contractor, so both my parents had passed away. I had an inheritance, so I had money in the bank. I just didn't want to leave the house. And later that summer, I bought an expensive mountain bike. I got out. Last year, I didn't use it. I bought a sports car instead. And then this year, I just thought I can't keep going this way. You know, I'm getting older. My clothes don't fit and I'm not buying bigger clothes. So that was pretty much it. And so I've done 4 shreds now. And the first one I lost 15 pounds, second one was 10, third one was 10, and the last one was 12. But like everybody else, over Christmas, So hold
on. I'm only a music teacher. I only counted 4, but that sounds like 47 pounds.
Yeah, but from the beginning to now, I'm about 35 of what I've actually lost because I put some back on.
Okay, but still 35 in 4 shreds?
Yeah, I was almost 30 in the first month. So, yeah. And it was great having the clothes fall off and the belly gone. Not drinking is not a big deal for me, but the food has been a bit of a issue. But I mean, who doesn't love steak and bacon and eggs, right? So
I'm down with that every time.
I know. I just cooked 3 steaks. That's why I was late, because I was waiting for them to finish in the sous vide. So because I have to remember, that's my biggest problem. The shakes I love, the broth, but it's figuring out what to take out of the freezer for the next night's dinner or whatever. So. And that's my other issue, is trying to find a good supplier of steaks and things. And I've been using one in Canada, but the last shipment I wasn't very happy with. So I did find we have Butcher Box here. You guys have it down there.
Yeah.
So there's a Canadian version I'm going to try. So
awesome. So other than the weight loss, what other experiences are you having? What other non-scale victories and things are you finding?
Well, I do measure every time, but it's like minimal. It's a few inches here and there. I mean, the stomach's the biggest thing, but my arms and legs and everything else and my neck is a bit smaller, but the rest of them is not that huge of a deal. Now, the thing is, I haven't been doing any exercise at all. It's just been working, but I climb stairs a lot. I up and down ladders. I do wiring, installations, home automation, all that kind of stuff. So
in my eyes, that's functional fitness.
What's that?
In my eyes, that's functional fitness.
Oh, it is. But I haven't been to a gym. I haven't been on my bicycle, and I haven't been running. And all those things are coming within the next month or so. I joined a mountain bike club a couple of years ago. I'm going to get back in with that. I did the running room a few years, and I did a big run in Toronto. It was called Sporting Life 10K, and I did that for about 5 years in a row. So I can't wait to get back into that. And the thing is, I didn't want to do that because I was so heavy. I thought it would kill my knees. And that's the one thing I like about the car is it's a standard. It's a high performance Mustang. So,
Nice.
And the car is just for work and also camping and mountain biking and stuff. So,
So with all that physical activity being a contractor, after you've done your 4 shreds, how are you finding it? Is it easier to do now than it was before?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was having problems even climbing up and down stairs and being winded. And now I have no issues. I went for a hike on Sunday in my backyard towards a ski hill and no issues at all. It feels great to not have any resistance or any pain. That's the other thing. I used to have sore back once in a while and I don't get that at all now. Sleeping, I've never had an issue. And food culprits, I've only had one reaction so far, and it was I had a bagel and I had nut butter that wasn't peanut butter, it was a bunch of nuts, and a couple hours later I was running for the bathroom. So,
So
but I've been
something
watching.
that mix.
I feel bad for a lot of the people out there who have issues with like almost everything they eat. I could eat almost anything and I have no problems. The biggest kind of surprise though was the bathroom situation. Like the first shred I didn't go for like a week, and I thought, okay, this is weird, but it's going to happen at some point, and then and everything comes along eventually. So, but I used to do a Vitamix smoothies every morning, and I was used to having that green cocktail and going to the bathroom like 10 o'clock every morning, like flushing me out. So this is the opposite. So
Yeah, but I think, did you feel like you were constipated and bloated and stuff when you were not?
no
regular?
no, but it's weird thinking back when I used to do the smoothies every day. After the smoothie I really didn't feel that great. Like you think you're doing something good, but I'm sure I felt bloated and just tired and hungry. So, and I've realized too that I haven't been eating enough, because I used to snack at night when I sit down and watch TV, and once I started having more steak or bacon or whatever, then the later snack I didn't have that urge, so.
So that sounds like another non-scale victory, that you no longer had the urge for snacking, right?
Yeah. I mean, I miss some foods, but it's mind over matter, and it's like, do I really need that? How am I going to feel after? I'm going to probably try stuff just to see how it goes, but I've been doing this since I think the end of March or the end of November, and I haven't had certain foods that I thought I would, but it's just there's no dying urge or need to have it. So.
And you said something that really highlights the empowerment, where you said, it's in my mind, how am I going to feel afterwards? Do I really want it? Or is it worth feeling that afterwards? And that is such an empowerment that I think so many people learn from this, that food no longer has control over you, because you're thinking about food as a fuel and how it's fueling your body and how it's your source. And you're like, I don't want to feel like that after. So do I really need this? No. And you're interrupting those habits that so many of us struggle with. So that to me too is another like huge aha moment that comes with so much more than the pounds and the inches. Like the fact that you're back working and it's easy to do and you're not feeling that. The fact that you're not snacking at night anymore because you don't want to feel that way. The fact that your body is regulating itself and you're not uncomfortable because you're drinking something in the morning that you feel you have to drink, and it makes you uncomfortable and sends you out, but you went through the protocol. And yeah, there is time in the beginning where some people are sometimes one extreme or the other when it comes to using the bathroom, because their body is adjusting to how it's consuming new food. but then it levels itself out and it functions the way it was designed to function.
Yeah, and I think the cleanse, like, that's also mind over matter too. Like, you just, you got to have a broth or something to take away the hunger, but it's you're thinking of the end goal too, right? So it's like, well, I can do this another day. Like, what's the big deal, right? And then you're looking forward to your steak and butter coffee the next day, right? So I the thing and the one thing I think is one of the best things for me being a contractor and going out away from the house every day for work is everything's planned. Like, I make my 2 shakes, and they're incubating in my cooler. I have the first one at 9. I have the second one for lunch. I have my eggs and hard-boiled eggs and bacon for snacks, and then I have dinner. And so it's like, and then on a cleanse day, it's I set my Fitbit to the timer goes off every 2 hours. I'm drinking something, so it's helped regulate my routine, and I don't have to think about food or what to cook. Like, it's a lot easier.
I love that, because I know, my husband was doing contracting. Now he's doing some other stuff, but there's so many times that, I work on the road, I work on the job site. There's nothing wrong with packing a cooler to plan your day to be successful. It's actually saving money that way too. Not only are you fueling better, so you're working better, but you're saving money, and you're actually saving time on the job because you're not running out and coming back, because it's all with you and you can plan for it. I love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it is time saving, and it's just, but it's also more efficient too. Like, I got everything with me. I don't have to go anywhere. I used to stop for coffee and muffin like at 9 o'clock every morning, right? And now I've got my coffee with me, so.
I absolutely love it. Thank you, John. Is there anything else you want to share for shredders? Any advice you want to give somebody who's thinking about the protocol?
I can't really think of anything.
All right.
Hey,
Then
Heather?
I want to, if he is still here.
Heather,
Yes.
can I say something real quick? Hey, John, we have a lot of the similar story. I did AV at low voltage custom home theater, distributed audio, home automation, all that for 25 years. And I did exactly the same thing. I'm listening to myself talk when you talk, and it looks like that might be your theater room.
No, actually, this is my office. I don't know if you can see the VHS tapes. I transfer those for people as a side business.
Yeah.
I've got a professional scanner for slides, negatives, and I also have a film that does 8mm, 16mm.
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
was kind of keep me busy during COVID. So
Yeah. Well, you kind of reminded me. It's been a few years since I did that, but I was thinking about functional fitness, and we run up and down ladders, crawl through attics, under houses. When I was 5'5", 270 pounds, I could grab a hold of the rafter, swing my feet first up into the hatch. I had one guy working with me. He was real fit looking, skinny guy. And so the customers would always ask me, "Oh, is he the one that's going to crawl in the small spaces?" No, he's much slower than me. So, but I couldn't walk a mile.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk a mile. You know what I mean? I could do my job really well, but you wouldn't catch me at the gym. Definitely not on the treadmill. And I starved myself fat. I would work all day like you out in the field. We don't have time for that. Maybe hit fast food for a minute or nothing, and then get home and gorge on all the wrong crap. And it's a horrible cycle. So I just wanted to jump on and say I'm glad to hear that someone who does what I used to do found something like this, because I didn't have it back then. I did, but I didn't do it. So anyway, congratulations.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, John. I appreciate that.